Hello, this is H. Bailey, and welcome to my Let's Play series of this strategy RPG for the Nintendo Switch. Was Gungnir too convoluted for your taste? Do you like having unlimited time to make your decisions in battle? Would you like to interact with people on the battlefield without having to create a bunch of holes in them? Then come, and let's play Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, originally on the Famicom, only in Japan. Unfortunately, as of this recording, this version is no longer available to buy on the eShop for the Nintendo Switch, but there are some fan translations of the game on the NES if you're interested. This version just has a bunch of special features on the Switch, like a save state, or bookmark as they call it, or fast forwarding, rewinding if you made a mistake or something. I will not be using them other than for like a backup save state between episodes, or if I want to demonstrate something and then undo that. Now for the story, you may want to look at the preview episode I made, or the instruction manual, to which I'll put a link in the video description. It just gives a little more background on the plot leading up to the events at the start of the game, probably due to memory limitations on the Famicom. So, let's get to the start of the game and get it on! Yeah, I like how they show you the whole battlefield for the chapter before deploying your troops. So let's see, we are Prince Marth, meeting with Princess Sothe. Hey, how's it going? Nuts. You can tell they're the main characters because their hair is a primary color. Red hair, blue hair, yellow hair. Whoa! Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get over there. Oh, we're from Altea? What, did you escape from a whirlwind? No, that's another game, viewers. But, yeah, we can take them. How hard could they possibly be? So, alright, so once we get control here, we can move around a little cursor on the battlefield, and if you select nothing, press the A button, and you can access the menu here. I'll go over the different commands as they become relevant. Like with the options, you could disable the background music if you wanted to for some reason. Or you could disable attack animations, kind of like Disgaea, where everyone will just attack like boom, boom, boom. And that's it without the animations. But I think they're pretty impressive for a Famicom game, or an 8-bit game there. But the one I'm interested in is the battle speed. I want to turn it down to manual speed just to go over some things in the first battle I fight, and then I'll turn it back up there. And let's see, unlike most strategy RPGs that I've played so far, you can interact with a whole lot of things on the battlefield other than, you know, just killing people there. Like we got houses where we can talk to people, or we got an armory, you can buy weapons there. We got a little village over here, or a fortress here. Lots of stuff that we can do here. So, I like it. So, let's take a look at our party members here. We're going to start with Abel. He's a cavalier. They can equip swords and lance-type weapons. Although there are some swords that are exclusive to Marth, like his rapier that he's got at the start there. And the numbers next to the weapons, that's their durability. Once you hit something with those weapons, that number of times, it breaks and you gotta get another one. But that's almost never a problem because you'll usually get something stronger by the time you run out of durability. For the most part, anyway. And let's see, so if you hit the A button again, you can take a look at the stats of the characters. Cavaliers have a base movement range of 9, so I like using Cavaliers to go to out-of-the-way places on the battlefield since they can get back into the fray relatively quickly with their high movement range. So I want to move Abel all the way over here and visit this house. Oh, okay. Did he escape from Alyssa 3? No, that's another game, viewers. But, yeah, we can check the guy out. So, yeah, all the way over here, we got another village there. So we'll want to check that out eventually. let's see. So let's go with Gordin here. Defender of Earth. No, this guy's not nearly as good. But actually, yeah, so Gordin is an archer there, and his stats are pretty terrible and unremarkable, but he can get a really good boost to them later on in the game, so that's pretty nice. He is going to be a long-term asset for me, unlike Abel. I mean, Abel's pretty good too, but he doesn't make my final lineup, so I'm not going to use him too much. But with Gordin, yeah, I definitely want to get a lot of work in on him. He only has a movement range of 5, unfortunately. But he can move where I want to, right over here. So let's visit this guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, you might have noticed in the stat menu, there's a weapon level stat there. If it's greater than or equal to that of a particular weapon you want to use, you can equip and use it in combat. If you have more weapon levels, it doesn't do anything extra. So it's basically like a stat that's either on or off. It doesn't like scale or anything. I'll post a link in the video description that has all of the equipment stats in the game because they don't tell you in-game here. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, okay, yeah, we might want to watch out for that. So, like, Sothe, she's a Pegasus Knight, so she flies, but archers will deal a lot more damage to her, or, well, bows will deal more damage to her. There's actually a whole bunch of different kind of bowmen, like we got an archer here, or the enemies, they have a hunter, there's a sniper later in the game, or what's the other one? Horsemen. Yeah, they all use bow-type weapons, so you want to watch out for that when you're moving Sothe around. And all bows have a range of 2. Exactly 2. So if an enemy gets in melee range right next to you, you're not going to be able to attack them back. So you got to be careful with your bowman that way. I just use the term bowman for anyone that can equip a bow. But I use a whole bunch of different ones throughout the game at some point in time or another. So yeah, Gordin is a long-term asset for me. Let's see, so the next one, Cain. Yeah, basically the same thing as Abel there, but with slightly different stats there. And let's see, so I'm going to have him visit the last house over there. But yeah, he's got different weapons a little bit there too. Oh, okay. So yeah, you see in the upper right, we've got a village over there. Only Marth can interact with the village though. So we'll want to get him over there as soon as we can. Oh, okay. I don't know why only a thief can destroy villages. I would think, like, I don't know, a barbarian or even a knight would be more qualified to destroy a village. I mean, what's a thief gonna do? Okay, he'll steal something, but I mean, it's better than burning the whole place to the ground. But yeah, that's what enemy thieves can do for some reason. It's not really that relevant, kind of strange, but okay. So anyway, yeah, let's get Marth over there. So yeah, he has a rapier as his starting weapon. I want to get him some more stuff there eventually. So for now, let's just visit the little village they got over here. Hey, how's it going? Whoa, 10,000 gold. Nice. Yeah, this game just throws money at you. You'll never run out of money unless you're like stat maxing or something. So don't worry about it. But yeah, so we got a whole bunch more money. So let's see what we got here in the funds command. Yeah, you can see how much money you got in the upper right. We started with 2 grand. And we're in chapter 1, or map 1. And they also tell you the number of turns that have passed in battle. So that's not particularly relevant now, but later on, there's going to be some battles where certain events happen after X number of rounds or turns have passed in the battle. Now, one of the drawbacks of this particular version of the game is that we have a very limited inventory system, and it's very clunky. Every character can only have up to 4 items. I only have 2 at the moment. But yeah, you can only carry 4, and there's no, like, armor that you equip or anything like that. You have your defense stat, and that's it. I guess they wanted to keep it simpler or something there. So, in order to deal with the item management system of the game, as clunky as it is, I want to designate one character as my item manager. And in this case, that's going to be Jagan, because he's got a movement range of 10, so he can distribute items pretty quickly there. So I want him to go up to the armory and buy some new stuff. So let's see, I would like to get a bow for Gordin there, eventually. So yeah, it's a lot faster to just send one character to an armory and then distribute the equipment to multiple party members, rather than everyone go to the armory one at a time there. Let's see, I want to get an iron sword for Marth, even though he has a rapier. But iron swords are buyable, and rapiers, we will not be able to buy those for a long time. But yeah, once you hit your inventory cap, then you can't buy anything more, so they just kick you out, I guess. But yeah, like the stats of some of the weapons, like the iron sword has a might stat, or attack power stat. They call it might for some reason. So yeah, iron sword has a might of 5 and a weight of 2. While rapiers have a might of 5 but a weight of 1. They also have a crit rate of 10. And they're strong against, let's see, I think it's cavaliers, paladins, knights, and generals. So that's pretty nice. But I want iron swords because they're much more easily to replace than rapiers are at the moment. Now, what I want to do is I want to draw out this guy. So let's see, they've got a movement range of 6. So they can move right up there, and that is exactly where I want them to go. So I'm going to take Draug here. So he's a knight. He's got a lot of physical defense, so that guy won't be able to hurt him very much, if at all. But they're very slow and have very low movement range, so he's not a long-term asset for me, but I'm going to use him now while I have no other options. So let's see. Another thing is that with items, if you want to get rid of them, you either need to use them up and they break, or you can throw them away. There is no selling of items or equipment in the game. So yeah, we'll just drop that. I don't like the lance, even though it's a bit stronger than iron swords, because it weighs a lot. I think it has a weight of 6 and a might of 8. And its base accuracy is 80%, while the iron sword has a base accuracy of 100%. So I like using the iron swords a lot more, especially in the early game while enemies are pretty weak, honestly. Okay, so all we got left is Sothe there, and I want her to attack the thief, because thieves have really high speed stats. So I want someone with even more speed to attack them. You'll see why in just a moment there. So the way combat speed works is it's equal to your speed, or your base speed stat, minus the weight of whatever weapon you have equipped. In this case, the iron sword is 2, so the thief has a combat speed of 7. While Sothe, let's see, has the same weapon, so her combat speed will be 10, so she's going to be faster than the guy. See, a nice thing about Pegasus Knights is that they can fly over everything, and they don't have to worry about different types of terrain getting in her way. But the drawback is that she's very weak to bows there. And they also can't take advantage of something else here. So I'll get to that in a moment. We're going to attack the thief. So you can select any of the items you got there. Hold on, I thought you had, oh, no, she doesn't have something else. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, move within attack range of your target, and I want to use the iron sword there. So one thing that you'll see at the start of the battle here is the terrain effect, depending on what tile you or your target is standing on. So like a forest or a fortress would have some amount of a terrain effect there that is added to your evasion chance. But the drawback of Pegasus Knights is because you're flying, you're always in the sky, you have no terrain effect, but it's totally worth it. Pegasus Knights are really good in this game. So yeah, neither of us has evasion here, or very much, other than our speed. So the way combat works is whoever initiated combat attacks first, then the other guy gets to attack, and then whoever has the greater combat speed between the two gets a second attack, but the other guy does not. So that's pretty nice. It's not like Crystal Warriors where it's like 2 and 2. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, for the experience you get from battle, if you don't kill the enemy, it's equal to the total amount of damage you dealt in this battle, up to a maximum of 20 for some reason. So, yeah, we get a little experience even though we didn't kill the guy, but they have no healers, so I'm not really worried about that. Okay, so with turn order, it works basically like Disgaea. All of your guys take a turn, do your actions, you end the turn, and then all the enemies get to take their actions. So yeah, we've got a lot of enemies to deal with per battle in this game, compared to a lot of other strategy RPGs. Now, the thief didn't attack us because, well, the thief is pretty weak, and they want to destroy that village over there to the west. So that's their top priority. We've got to stop them before they get there. So yeah, we successfully aggroed the pirate there. And I know Draug isn't gonna kill the guy unless he gets a crit. Yeah, I know, Draug is backwards for guard. Some kind of a pun, I guess, there. Oh yeah, by the way, if it isn't obvious, Marth and Sothe are long-term assets for me as well. So Marth, Sothe, Gordin, they're the ones who I'm going to want to get as much experience as possible, but I'll still give some experience to the others. It would be really hard to kill all the enemies only using 3 characters. Okay, so let's see, what do we got here? I want to kill the thief there with Marth, and I would rather not use the rapier to kill the guy, but I need to move some of my party members around fairly precisely. So let's see, unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to move Sothe right there. I'm just thinking if there's another way I can do this. I could move her over there. That wouldn't be a horrible idea. Well, for now, let's have Marth. No, I can't move her over there. No. So we'll just have Marth try to kill the thief. I am going to be slower than the thief, so I've got 1 shot to kill the guy. Oh, yeah, I should probably turn up the battle speed eventually. Alright, got him. Yeah, our accuracy is pretty good. The base accuracy of the rapier and iron sword is 100%. So that's pretty nice. That's one reason why I like to use those weapons. So now, since we killed the thief, we get a lot more experience. Kill experience is equal to the experience of the target there. And the way they figure that out is every job class has a base amount of experience that you would have seen in the preview episode there. And then they add the number of levels they've gained after the first one. So, like, if this pirate was level 3, I would have 26 experience to win from them. And speaking of which, I'm gonna want my archer to deal with that guy. Okay, so with Sothe, yeah, unfortunately the pirates moved in a not very optimal way. But I do need to move Sothe over here. So yeah, let's move you there. And then I want Jagan to distribute some weapons. So let's get over here, and in order to move stuff around, select the item, trade, then select who you want to give it to. Give it to Gordin. He's ready to go. And then I want to give the Silver Lance to Sothe. It has a might stat of 12 and a weight of 7. It also requires a weapon level of 7 to use, which I believe Sothe has. So let's see. So you got that now? Yeah, so she can use it with her weapon levels there. They do that a lot in this game, where they'll have, like, characters with a low amount of strength, but they give them a lot of weapon levels to compensate for that, so they can use stronger weapons. Now, I could have moved Marth, say, over here, so Jagan could distribute an iron sword to him, but then I wouldn't have been able to kill the thief there. And I need Sothe to be over here, specifically that spot. You'll see why eventually. Okay, so with Draug, let's see. I'm just thinking where I want to move him. Usually I like to move him right there, and I think I'm going to. And by the way, with terrain, the way it works here is every job class has different values for how many units of movement they have to expend to move through various terrain. Like, the grass here requires 1 unit of movement per tile, so that's normal. But like a forest, for a knight, requires 2 units of movement to get through for a knight, though. But like for other job classes, it works a little differently. Like for archers and cavaliers, they require 3 units of movement to get into a forest tile there. So you want to move your units around appropriately. Okay, so let's see. Let's get one of my guys around here. Okay, let's move. Yeah, we'll move you right there. I don't want Abel to attack the pirate there because I want Gordin to get the kill experience. So yeah, we'll just leave that alone there for now. Now, depending on how these 2 pirates move, will determine where I want Gordin to go. Since they moved down here, I don't want to move Gordin into the forest here because they'd be able to get around and attack me there. And because bows only have a range of 2, I can't attack them in melee combat. So I won't be able to fight back at all. But if the pirates instead, sometimes they'll move up here instead, and in that case, they won't be able to get all the way down and around here to get to the forest, so I'd move Gordin there. But there's a bit of variance to that, so that didn't happen. So let's see, let's use our bow. We do have stronger bows with us, but I'm just going to use the weakest one because this guy's almost dead anyway. Bows have a weight of 1, and I think they have a might of 4. But yeah, because the pirate had an axe, even if I missed, they wouldn't be able to counterattack, like with Sothe there, against the thief. So that's the advantage of bowmen in this game. Okay, and then with Cain, let's move you over here because I want to prevent them from being able to reach my archer there. So let's see, we'll just go over there. Let's drop the lance. I really don't like those. They just weigh too much, and they're... what is it? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, they have lower base accuracy. Okay, so we're done with everything there. Let's end the turn then. So yeah, you might have noticed the pirates can walk on water. They're probably not walking, they're probably using like a rowboat or something. But the problem is that if I'm next to a tile of, let's see, sea tile, they have a huge terrain effect there. So usually I don't like putting characters right next to a tile like that. But in this case, because of what I want to do in the next round, I kind of had to move Sothe where I did. But, well, it looks like that terrain didn't help the poor guy at all. So now the other pirate, yeah, they'll just attack whoever they want. So that's why I lined up my characters like that, so that way they couldn't get up into the water and maybe attack Gordin where I put him. But alright, so we softened up that guy a little bit. Some of the pirates are going to go up there, so we got to deal with these guys fairly quickly. So the reason why I moved Sothe where I did is because she can just barely get in range of the hunter now, so that we can kill the guy before they can attack us. Normally, you don't want a flyer to be in range of any bow user. But in this case, because I can kill the guy, I can get in melee range before they can attack me at all. So, yeah, all bows have a range of 2, so if you're in melee range, you won't be able to... They won't be able to counterattack. But like some weapons, like the javelin there, have a range of 1 or 2. So you have more flexibility with that. So some weapons have different ranges depending on, well, it just depends on the weapon there. Let's see, let's also, yeah, turn up the battle speed just a little bit there, and that'll be good. Let's see, so another option they have in the game is the suspend option, which lets you, well, save your game in the middle of battle. But unlike, say, a Bahamut Lagoon, once you load the file, it goes away. So you can't just save scum over and over and over again, like to get a certain stat growth or whatever. No, it doesn't work that way. Once you continue, then you lose the save file that way. But can we reach the 3rd fortress to launch our attack on the castle? Find out next time on Let's Play Fire Emblem. This is HarryBoBarry signing off. Have a good day.